Hello, you're watching Family Gamer TV. I'm Mark Clapham. I'm a long-time comics reader and gamer, and today we're looking at two new characters coming soon for Marvel superheroes, Disney Infinity 2.0. They are the Falcon and Yondu, and we can see them here. On the left we have Yondu, who you may remember from this year's Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He was the sort of abductor and adopted parent of Star-Lord, a mercenary, leader of the Ravagers, and here we see him using falcon wings to fly, being pursued by the Falcon and Captain America. The Falcon's there at the front, wearing his sort of traditional red and white costume from the comics and riding a sort of flying surfboard thing, and behind him you can see Captain America. So let's get into some of the other shots that we've got of these two new characters and talk about them in a bit more detail. First up we have the Falcon. Now the Falcon, Sam Wilson, is probably Captain America's best friend. He was in this year's movie Captain America the Winter Soldier. Now in that movie he had a bit more of a sort of militaristic look, a bit more grey and black. Here he's much closer to the comics, as I said. Red and white costume, very bright, very breezy. Looks really great, should make for a great figurine. And we see here one of the features that you will get with the Falcon, which is that if you place the Falcon's wings power disc on the Disney Infinity base, you can allow other characters to fly using the Falcon's hard light wings. And so on the right of the picture here we can see Nick Fury and She-Hulk flying along using these wings, which should be a great little feature. If we move on to the next pic, here we see the Falcon and Cap battling frost giants on the streets of New York, which I gather is going to be a big part of Disney Infinity 2.0. The Asgardian frost giants who have appeared in the Thor movies, and Falcon's signature wings there, obviously. Now the Falcon is a big character for Marvel this year. Not only was he in the Winter Soldier, but they are running a plot line in the comics where the Falcon is going to become Captain America himself. On to the next pic, we can see Falcon putting the boot into a frost giant. Even without his wings, without using the power of flight, the Falcon is a pretty powerful fighter. So we can see him knocking back the frost giant there. And then moving on to Yondu. Now Yondu has a far more unusual combat power. He whistles to control a golden arrow, which you can see just above his head there, to fly around and attack enemies. You can see he's back to back here with Star-Lord, another great popular character from the Guardians of the Galaxy film. And Yondu, his look here is much closer to the one to the Yondu in the film, played by Michael Rooker, than the comic book version, who's a kind of goofy 70s cosmic character. Here the mohawk haircut has been replaced by a sort of strip that's part of his skull, and his sort of tight-fitting costume is replaced with a great long coat. Very, very cool looking mercenary character, quite a sort of fierce and amoral character as well, and that should make him a real fan favourite. And yet again, it should be another great figurine. And if you place the Yondu power disc on the Disney Infinity base, you'll be able to get Yondu as an ally in game. Now let's have another look. Here's Yondu in combat against various thugs, and you can see he's whistling to use his golden arrow to fly around and attack them. He can attack many enemies at once. There's a great bit in the Guardians of the Galaxy film, if you've seen it, where he uses that arrow without even touching it. And finally we have Yondu cackling like a maniac there as he drives a car, knocking Thor off the road. And that's just the kind of guy Yondu is. He's a ruthless mercenary, and he is quite happy to ram a solid, honest hero like Thor off the road and laugh about it in the process. These are two characters who have both been in movies this year, have a real sort of cult following from that. They should make highly desirable figurines, and as you can see they both have really useful, cool abilities. which should make them great additions to Disney Infinity 2.0. Thank you for watching today. I've been Mark Clapham. You can follow me on Twitter @Mark Clapham, and please subscribe to Family Gamer TV